Nobody wants to sit in front, you know? Everybody's lined up in the back, and these are all empty. That's interesting. So when are we going to do the photo?
After.
At the end?
After okay.
So we're planning on a group photo tonight, so don't leave early or you won't get in. We'll stop the lecture a little bit short of the full hour so we can have the photo. Okay, we've got just 30 seconds. Go ahead. tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Homage to the blessed, noble, and perfectly enlightened one. Homage to the blessed, noble, and perfectly enlightened one. Namo Saranto Suchedoye Olahuri Samyao Samputoshe. Wu Shang Shen Shen Wei Miao Fa Bai Qian Wan Xie Nong Xiao Yu. 我今见闻得受持，愿皆如来真实义。Supreme and wondrous Dharma, subtle and profound, rarely is encountered even in billions of eons. But now we see and hear it and accept it reverently. May we truly understand the Buddha's actual meaning. 好的，阿弥陀佛。师父上人，各位师兄，大家阿弥陀佛。Let's recite together while the gentlemen, Dharma requesters, retake their seats. There's some empty seats here in front for everybody. Are we ready? Palms together. Here we go. I'll give you a line. Namo Miao Fa Lian Hua Jing. 法华回向佛菩萨。南无妙法莲华经。法华回向佛菩萨。Homage to the sutra on the lotus flower of the Wonder Dharma and the Dharma Flower Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Alrighty, well done. Okay, good. Let's move forward here to do our acknowledgement of country and to say that we respectfully acknowledge the Kombu-Meri people of the Ugambi language region as traditional storytellers and custodians of the land where our monastery is located. We pay our respects to their elders past, present, and emerging, and to all First Nations people whose sovereignty was never ceded. Further, 我们恭敬地承认有冈贝语族的公布玛丽人是我们寺院所在地的传统叙事和守护人。我们向过去、现在和未来的长老们表示致敬，并且向他们所违背放弃主权、第一民族的原住民致敬。And moving through. Here we go. One more. And there we go. El sound wide resound throughout 100 million worlds. The Buddha's law is heard and spread all throughout the triple world. The wondrous sounds that everywhere fill the Dharma realm with peace. May those who hear it gain the strength to follow in faith the Buddha's path. 佛法众生传3000界内，佛法扬万亿国中，共训其法界和平，利益报他的厚德。Alrighty, good, excellent. This is our last evening tonight for our Guan Bodhisattva session, and it's been quite marvelous to be with everybody. Appreciate the invitation to meet with all of you every night to investigate the Puman Pian of the Lotus Sutra. This is a very special text. Our Mahayana tradition has 3 main sutras that we celebrate more than any other. One is the Shurangama Sutra, which teaches us about meditation. One is the Avatamsaka Sutra, which talks about the Bodhisattva path. And the third is the Lotus Sutra. And I know Master Hsuan Hua had a very special, devotion to and love for the Lotus Flower Sutra. And he, you could see when he, there was one elder monk who came to America with the group in 1987, the group from China. And this elder had a special practice, which was he recited the entire Fa Sutra every day, without fail. That was his practice. And you know it takes hours, and he never missed a day. He could do it quickly. He didn't waste time, but he made it his practice to constantly, without fail, recite the Fa Sutra, the Dharma Flower Sutra. And I was standing there one time when he and Master Hua were sitting together talking about the Lotus Sutra. And the elder, somebody had asked, they said to this elder, I don't remember his name, they said, Shifu, how many times have you recited the Fa Sutra? And he got a twinkle in his eye and he said, should I include last life or not? And everyone, whoa, you know. And he and Shifu exchanged a look. And there was a look, the two of them had this thing. It was just this knowing smile that I'll never forget. It was wordless, but it carried so much meaning. It was like, yeah, you understand about this incredible Fa Sutra. They call it the sutra that explains the path to Buddhahood. Of the, our tradition talks about 5 periods of the Buddha's teaching, the Wu Shi and the Ba Jiao, right? The 8 teachings and the 5 periods of time. And the 5 periods of time talk about the Buddha's 49 years of speaking Dharma. And the first one is the Avatamsaka, the Huayan Shidai. And that was the Buddha's initial teaching. He just woke up. And he explained everything he saw through his fresh Buddha eyes. Oh, amazing. And then he teaches, he waters it way down because people simply aren't ready for the Avatamsaka's vision. So it's called the Agama, Uhan Shidai. And in the Agama period, simpler teachings for people who are just drawing near, just beginning their study. Then there is what's called the Fanggua period, the expansive, Vaipulya period, where the teachings get more complex. Earth Door Sutra, Medicine Buddha Sutra, are in Amitabha Sutra, are part of that. Then there's number 4, and number 4 is called the Boro Shidai, Prajna. 21 years, the Buddha explained emptiness. Why? His disciples, in their own meditation, could see it. They meditated to the point where their bodies started to change dimensions, and they were able to understand emptiness. So the idea, you know, in Buddhism they talk about Kongman. Buddhism is called the gateway to emptiness. That's kind of the name in Chinese culture, Kongman, the gateway to emptiness. Not everybody can understand that until you actually experience it. So 21 years, Prajna. Now we got 4 out of 5. What's the last one? The last one is called the Falanyapan, the Dharma Flower Nirvana Sutra. So the Buddha waited till he was almost done with his teaching to explain Fa Jing, including Guan Yin Bodhisattva. So what we are getting when we look into the Lotus Sutra, Pumanpin is chapter 25. We're looking at the real creme de la creme, l'essence, the essence of the flower, the Dharma, the Buddha Dharma, of the Buddha's teaching. All right, now, last night, what did we do? We sang most of the verses of, where are we? Here we go, right there. Most of the verses of the Chongson, the repetitive verses. We finished with the Nian Bi Guan Yin Li section. The talking about if you can recite Guan Yin's name, you get saved from trouble. That's the main theme, Shun Shang Jiu. Guan Yin hears your sound, comes and saves you. We've heard all these wonderful stories. From here on, notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 verses left. They don't say, Nianbi Guan Yin Li, recite or recall Guan Yin's strength. Instead, they praise Guan Yin. Except it's funny, if you go along through here, look, one verse goes back, Nianbi Guan Yin Li. You kind of wonder if that verse got stuck out of sequence. Maybe, I don't know. Never mind. Scholars can pursue that. So we're going to chant again. We're going to get back with the singing, but let's look at them first, okay? Let's first recite them through and get a feeling for what's in there, and then we'll sing them and have it go deep. And I hope this tune is something that you all feel good walking out of the Buddha hall singing it, tapping your foot to it, thinking about it before you go to sleep, first thing in the morning, thinking about da da dee da dee da dee da dee dum, dee da 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 dee da da dum. Revoke the strength of Guan Yin Bodhisattva, and all of your fears will fall away, right? That's the point of singing it with a banjo. Okay, I'll give you the line, you give it back to me. Ready? Palms together, here we go. 居住神通力，广修智方便，十方诸国度，无差不现身，种种诸恶趣，地狱鬼畜生，生老病死苦，已见悉令灭。真观清净观，广大智慧光，悲观即此观，常愿常瞻仰。There you go, 瞻仰。五垢清净光，慧日破诸暗，能伏灾风火。普明照世间，悲体戒雷震，慈意妙大云，树甘露法语，灭除烦恼厌，正诵经观处，不为君正中。念彼观音力，众愿悉退散。妙音观世音，梵音海潮音，胜彼世间音。是故须常念，念念无生疑。观世音净生，于苦恼死厄，能为作依护，具一切功德，慈言是众生，福聚海无量，是故应顶礼。Okay, done. Yeah. So let's look at them and then we'll sing them. Okay, can we read together? Let's try it. Here we go. Follow me. Ready? Perfect and complete in psychic power. Pause, comma, take a breath. Widely versed in wisdom's subtle skills, in lands throughout the 10 directions, this Bodhisattva manifests at will. I'm sorry, let's do the last one together. The Bodhisattva manifests at will. Here we go. The agony amid the evil pathways, the torments of the ghosts, the beasts, the hells, the pains of birth, the aged, sick and dying, the Bodhisattva gradually dispels. O thou of true regard, of pure regard, regard far-reaching, wise, and truly great, thy loving kindness, sympathy, and deep regard, I bow to ever laud and venerate. Your wisdom sun can break apart the darkness. Immaculate, your perfect light unfurls to quell disasters, winds and storms and fires, a universal light for all the world. Wellspring of compassion, precepts thunder, your wondrous cloud of kindness covers all, extinguishing the fires of life's afflictions as the rain of sweet dew Dharma falls. In trials, suits, and civil confrontations, when fear runs high, when warring armies near, evoke the strength of Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Vengeance and bad feelings disappear. Fine and wondrous sound, Guan Shi Yin, Brahma sound, steady as the tides, a name transcending every worldly sound. Guan Yin, stay forever in my mind. Let not a single doubt arise to haunt us, for Guan Yin Bodhisattva, holy sage, amid life's troubles and the pains of dying, will ever be our refuge and our aid. Finally, the last verse, O Holy One, replete with every virtue, your kindly gaze beholds all living beings. A boundless seed you are of every blessing, and let us bow to offer our esteem. All righty. So these are praises, and before, you remember, every verse said, Nianbi Guan Yin Li, evoke the strength of Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Then for 7, it's gone. That refrain, Nianbi Guan Yin Li, is gone until, oh, Nianbi Guan Yin Li. Why did that one pop up down there? Maybe it got stuck in the wrong manuscript, something like that. That's what scholars can argue. Okay. The point of singing it is to help memorize it. It's an aid memoir. It's a fangbianfa to help this. The verses go in so that we don't only think of them when we're sitting together with our Dharma friends in the Buddha hall. We think of them walking down the road. We think of them in line at the bank. We think of them when we're chewing, a sandwich. Or a plate of sushi. That's the idea of the melodies. And this particular melody we picked out is very friendly. It's a very upbeat, yang, foot-tapping, smiling melody. And last night genuinely was the very first time it has ever been tried with a group. This is the second, so congratulations. Here we go. There's our pitch. Ready? Perfect and complete in psychic power, widely versed in wisdom, subtle skill, in lands throughout the 10 directions, the Bodhisattva manifests at will. The agony amid the evil pathways, the torments of the ghosts, the beasts, the hell, the pains of birth, the aged, sick, and dying, Bodhisattva gradually dispels. Now we got a refrain. Namo Guan Shi Yin. One more. Namo Guan Shi Yin. regard. Regard far-reaching, wise, and truly great. Thy loving kindness, sympathy, and deep regard I vow to ever laud and venerate. Your wisdom's sun can break apart the darkness. Immaculate your perfect light unfurls to quell disasters, winds and storms and fire. A universal light for all the world. Refrain. Namo Guan Shu Yin. One more. Namo Guan Shu Yin. Wellspring of compassion's precepts thunder, your wondrous cloud of kindness covers all, extinguishing the fires of life's afflictions as the rain of sweet dew Dharma falls. In trials, suits, and civil confrontations, when fear runs high, when warring armies near, evoke the strength of Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Vengeance and bad feelings disappear. Here we go, refrain. Namo Guan Shu Yin. One more. Namo Guan Shu Yin. Fine and wondrous sound, Guan Shu Yin. Promise sound, steady as the tides. A name transcending every worldly sound. Guan Yin stay forever on our mind. Let not a single doubt arise to haunt us. For Guan Yin Bodhisattva holy sage, amid life's troubles and the pains of dying, will ever be our refuge and our aid. One more, here we go, ready? O Holy One, replete with every virtue, your kindly gaze beholds all living beings. A boundless sea you are of every blessing, so let us bow to offer our esteem. Refrain. Namo Guan Shu Yin. One more time. Namo Guan Shu Yin. Okay, well, that would be nice to have that available for folks to chant whenever they want, so you can remember it, maybe even memorize these in English, the verses of the Puman Pin. They start right here, World Honored One, complete with wondrous hallmarks. 世尊妙相聚，我今重文笔. They go down, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 of them. 26 verses, 4 lines each. Because you know that more than half of them say Nian Bi Guan Yin Li, you've already memorized one line out of half, you know, your first step down the road. And memorizing is done just like that. You just get a little bit, there's a pattern. Yeah, that's right. And I memorized it by using 3x5 flashcards. You just write them down, and then at lunch, you have the flashcards, flip them, you learn a few verses, you find the similarities, and you find the differences. And bit by bit, there you go. Oh, hey, I can recite the Puman Pin. It's with me. I've swallowed it down. It's in my bone marrow now. And I can, when I'm driving, when we're stuck in traffic, the M1 is backed up again. Nian Bi Guan Yin Li, let's recite the Puman Pin. It's a wonderful way to truly keep Guan Yin Bodhisattva's energy and vows with us all the time. Okay, so let's see here. Here's the whole sutra by Gali. There it is. Sutra, the lotus flower, the wondrous Dharma. In other words, Lotus Sutra. Universal door, the Bodhisattva who listens to the sounds of all the world. That's what we just looked at. We just finished explaining the Pumanpin. And you can see that when you kind of get a rhythm, so to speak, of explaining the text, it's endless. You heard me going along, and here's a story. Guan Yin saves us from fire. Oh, I remember. Now Guan Yin saves us from water. Oh, by the way, there's a story. Oh, Guan Yin, chases ghosts away. Hey, I remember, and so I really think this is the way sutras are meant to be explained. Live, my mouth to your ears, my memory to your experience, which then triggers your own stories and your own connection with Guan Yin Bodhisattva. This way, the Buddhist sutras are a living document. They're alive. They're mirrors of our own experiences that we can plug in, and suddenly we have the Buddha's wisdom working for us. And it's like, oh yeah, this is really something. And you could criticize the Lotus Sutra, say, oh, it's just some museum piece. It's just a book in a library somewhere, kind of dusty, no fingerprints on it, nobody opens it. Or you can say, this document came alive that week when I was at Gold Coast Dharma Realm, because everybody respected it, and as they say, Wu Fa, according to Dharma, opened the text and bowed to it, chanted it, sang it, memorized it, turned it into a mantra, turned it into a sacred name, and by golly, I felt like I had a brand new friend who was very close to me, Guan Yin Bodhisattva. So this is the way I think Master Hua wanted us to relate to sutras. It's your own story. And my way of explaining it to all of you this week will be different the next time I get invited to explain it, because the chemistry will be different. The chemistry are three pieces. It's the sutra, which doesn't change. This text is the one that Venerable Kumarajiva translated, is always going to start, it's always going to start like this. It's always going to be, Ar Shi Wu Ji Ni Pu Sa, Ji Zong Zuo Qi Pian Tan Yo Jin Ho Jiang Xiang Fo Ar Zuo Shi Yin. It's going to always start that way. But the English, look, we recited the English this time. Bodhisattva, infinite resolve, rose from his seat, bared his right shoulder, joined his palm facing the Buddha, said. This time we had a complete English text to recite together. You heard your own mouth reciting the Lotus Sutra in English. That's new, that's interesting. And so the part of our brain that understands English got some exercise. And if you were listening to our translators, our fine translators, in Mandarin, you were able to hear it in Chinese. And so then, based on, there's that piece, there's the sutra piece, there's your piece, which is what you bring to the hearing of it, and then there's the speaker's piece, and that depends on how the speaker cultivates during the day, as Sherpa would say, on the walk, on the toilet, on the pillow. All the different things we do during the day contributes to the samadhi of the speaker, which means that speaker uses his or her mind like a mirror, and the sutra reflects through the mirror out to your hearts. And those three pieces make up the experience of Tingjing. So there is Jiang Jing and there is Tingjing, explaining the sutra and hearing it. And if you can really hear it, it doesn't matter how well I lecture, then you're able to really have a full experience. of the Lotus Sutra. All right. Now, I mentioned at the start that I had just finished in Oakland, California. We just recorded a new project, a musical project of 14 new Guanyin Bodhisattva songs. And the challenge, what I was trying to match was, see, I'm an American, now I'm an Australian, and I was raised in the 60s and the 70s, and I was able, the music that I heard informed my listening muscles, you could say. So the same with all of you. Music is an important part of culture, and I was drawn to music in the folk era. I was a folk musician, and while I put it away for 25 years, I did not touch a musical instrument. I didn't touch a string for 25 years. Master Hua encouraged me. He said, in this time, in this culture, he said, a monk who could play guitar would be very helpful, he said. And of course, I was not in the habit of listening to my teacher, so I said, but sure, the precepts say I can't do it. So finally, I listened to my teacher. I picked up my guitar again, and I went back to the music that I heard growing up, which American music has gone worldwide. Blues, for example, and jazz, and folk, and rock, and Broadway musicals, and gospel, and hip-hop. All those musical genres pretty much started in the US and then arose spontaneously around the world. Australia now has a real love affair with country music. It's just a big part of Australia. It hit a nerve, hit a chord. So among the songs that I put together for this new song project let's see here, we'll put that away for now. Here we go. Is this one. It's originally a hymn, Christian hymn, it's called Jesus on the Main Line, Tell Him What You Want. The idea is Jesus picks up the phone. Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. When you need him, tell him what you want. All right? So I thought, there's the perfect Guanyin Bodhisattva song. So I changed the lyrics. Guanyin Bodhisattva, call her name out loud. Guanyin Bodhisattva, call her name out loud. Guanyin Bodhisattva, call her name out loud. When you need her, call her name out loud. Guanyin Bodhisattva, she'll give you a hand. Has 1,000 hands. Guanyin Bodhisattva, she will hear your voice. Call her name and she will hear your voice. Guanyin Bodhisattva rescues living beings. She's made vows to rescue living beings. When your soul is weary, call on Guan Shiyin. Raise your voice and call on Guan Shiyin. When your heart is lonely, Namo Guan Shiyin. If your mind is troubled, Namo Guan Shiyin. When your soul is weary, Namo Guan Shiyin. Call her name now, Namo Guan Shiyin. So that's the song. And it's very simple. I hope you all join me. soul is weary, call on Guan Yin. When your soul is weary, call on Guan Yin. Raise your voice and call on Guan Yin. Here we go. Last verse. Last line again. Call the name Namo Guan Yin. There you go. Okay, that's a little lively for the Buddha Hall, isn't it? Okay, now we need to leave time for our photo. So why don't we dedicate merit now and let Sam direct traffic so we all get in front of the camera lens. Sam.
Yesterday there was mention about questions. If anyone has questions.
Oh, questions? Anybody have any questions? No? Okay, well. Oh, that last song? That last song was called, Call Her Name, is that what it was? Let's see here, right here. Call Her Name Out Loud, Call Her Name Out Loud. And it's, if anybody knows American music, the version that I adapted from is by Ry Cooder. Ry Cooder has, Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. And it's, he does a wonderful job, and I'm just so inspiring because it's a happy song. We have Tell Me Your Troubles that has all of the dangers. The water will drown me, the fire will burn me, bandits surround me. We've got Guan Yin, Won't You Hear Me, which is an African-American work song. We've got a Native American song, melody by Joanne Shenandoah, Namo Guan Yin, I'll Never Stop Reciting, on and on. So that project is got some legs, and we hope it will be available for people to listen to in a few months. All right, questions, more questions. That was a good question, that was easy. Okay. This is our last chance to share the merit. Today in our meditation class, I sent everybody to our DRBA Chinese website to look at Xuan Hua Shang Ren Kai Shi Lu. And in the Kai Shi Lu number 3, Shifu has a Dharma talk where he says that meditators put out an electric energy that purifies the atmosphere. He says the world now, particularly through acts of killing of animals to eat, killing of babies in Gaza, killing in Ukraine, or killing on the streets of Detroit, this all creates negative energy. So meditators, by reversing our 6 senses and calming our minds, create a positive energy which actually goes out and counteracts the negativity. And so Shifu's point was, meditators, and that includes people who recite Guan are actually purifying the universe by this act. It's not a simple thing, it's not a small thing. So when we dedicate merit, we are definitely contributing to the positive energy in the world. So this is not just an exercise, this is an important thing that we're doing. So please do make a wish, send it out as far as your mind can travel. Thank you all for joining, coming as far away as you have from your homes to Gold Coast Dharma Realm, and we hope we'll do this every year together. May every living being, our minds as one and radiant with light, share the fruits of peace with hearts of goodness, humanness and bright. If people hear and see, our hands and hearts can find in giving unity. May our minds awake to great compassion, wisdom, to joy. May kindness find reward. May all who sorrow leave their grief and pain. May this boundless light dispel the darkness of our endless night. Because our hearts are one, this world of pain turns into paradise. May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise. And here's the Buddha. We can bow. And then Sam will tell us where to stand. Bow in respect to the Venerable Master. Alrighty, that'll do it for us for tonight. Amitofo.
阿弥陀佛，各位师兄，我是建法界义工王立夫。现在呢，非常感谢大家参与我们的共修。现在我们来拍合影，请大家打开摄像头，非常感谢。稍等一下，还有再开摄像头。我们现在呢，一页已经放不下了。那么这样，我们呢先拍第一页的合影，拍完之后呢，我会转到第二页，然后我们再拍第二页的合影，最后我们把这两页呢，加在一起。好，大家准备好了吗？ 来自北京的杨师兄，您的那个，对，您的头没有在画面里面，您稍微坐低一点。OK， 好，各位都 OK， 那这样我数3、2、1，然后呢我就截屏，好不好？我们呢先是我们一共有2页，1页放不下，我们现在拍第1页啊。1、2、3，阿弥陀佛。
阿弥陀佛。
我保存一下。好，我们再来拍一张哈，以防刚才有闭眼的师兄，大家看这里，1、2、3，阿弥陀佛。
阿弥陀佛。
好，有2张了。好，现在呢，我把 zoom 转向第2页。好，我们还是重复刚才的操作哈。大家看这第2页啊，1、2、3，阿弥陀佛。
阿弥陀佛。
好，然后我们再来一次啊，第2页师兄。1、2、3，阿弥陀佛。
阿弥陀佛。师兄把那个大家能看着自己的。
哎，刚才有位师兄的镜头放侧了，我们再来一次。广东的左立方师兄，对，您那个镜头保持稳定，好吧？好，1、2、3啊，阿弥陀佛。OK， 好，行，我已经截了，每一页都已经截了有2张了。那现在呢，那边正在排班，那我把这个电脑抱到那边去，等一会儿3个师兄呢会捧这个电脑然后呢拍合影，拍完合影以后呢，我们再向法师来问讯，问法师。好，我现在过去。
need to balance up。还是高的，可以在中间没关系。还是高的，就可能显现一点这样的佛像，3个佛像，这里，还得过去，还得 OK。也是兄弟。可以。看这个，可能要近一点，不调一点，说近。
超过在现在的话，
可以中间这边还是有。
我们的真真的，
就是放上面，就是直接的。
So can you up the radiance of that? I think that looks like on low.
This is max.
That's it. That's max. Okay.
都看不着呢。
OK， 你们先进去，看。我们先 let's try few first, OK？ Let's try few。开始。
smile 也还。
你首先，Okay. So we will do count down 10 seconds, 3 shots. Okay, we'll do it twice.
你们知道你在哪里？
没电，没电，你那是里面装的电池，是用电池。
没关系，我可以 catch up。
Okay, calm down. Check. Okay, good. Keep the good work. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
So this, so the most we have all online participants.
Hello， 在线的佛友，来打打招呼，阿弥陀佛。
Hello， 阿弥陀佛。
是你们的朋友们吗？阿弥陀佛，
阿弥陀佛，
阿弥陀佛。这个
陀佛。
在线的佛友向法师问好，阿弥陀佛，
阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛。
金法师，金富法师，阿弥陀佛，在线的佛友们向法师问好，
阿弥陀佛。
感恩各位师兄，我们法会圆满，下次再会啊！我们把照片做好之后呢，会发到我们的微信的公众号还有网站。感谢各位的参与，感谢我们的义工我们的义工团，我们的云达师兄尹扎涵师兄苏梦师兄施师兄他们呢就是负责在我们法会期间给大家翻译的。所以感恩各位师兄的参与。好，我们今天的法会呢到这里就圆满了。阿弥陀佛，大家再次再见。
阿弥陀佛，再见。
拜拜。